So I think that's a fair question. You're a colored South African, yes, and you've come to this party to stand as its candidate for mayor. Obviously, you must not have any concerns about the Freedom Front Plus being a whites-only party. Do you see the Freedom Front Plus making inroads or efforts to reach out to other communities, in particular the colored community in the Western Cape?
That's right. As you know, in South Africa, we've got the past, pre-1994. We had the homeland systems, where the Africans, Transkei and Ciskei, and so forth. But the colors were staying with the white people in the rest of South Africa. So the interaction there came for over a lot of years, 45, 50 years. They are more closer to each other than colored people to black people, because we were deprived, in terms of the apartheid laws. So the relationship is much closer. They understand each other much better, because over the years they built those relationships and understanding. Yes, the Freedom Front, I was also scary for them, about them when they started off in 1994, but I was still in the police and I had my reservations as well. But really, we are saying we want to build South Africa and we want to build a nation. And the Freedom Front Plus evolves now from this Afrikaner thing to a party which will be inclusive of minorities. Because what we have realized, Chris, is that as we progress from 1994 into the 20th century, that the affirmative action, which were meant actually also to include colored people, were used against colored people and place us, and Indian people, and place us in the same boat of the Afrikaner. Now we've got a relationship and we've got a historical connection, and they reach out to us. So if they actually extend the hand of cooperation, we as the colored and Indian and other minorities cannot actually decline that invitation, because otherwise the ANC is going to chase us into the sea. If we have to do something and stand together and ensure that we build a future for ourselves, for our children, and for our grandchildren, because once we are not there, they will ask, what did my father or my grandfather did to secure a future for us as well? So it is for that particular reason, that is the binding factor between us, that we are in the same boat. The ANC don't discriminate against the white, the colored, and the Indian anymore. They put us, they even say we were discriminated, but less discriminated. So they don't regard us as part of them. They will say black people, in general, but African in particular. They make an exception on the rule. So you are not counted in that sense. So where are you? They put you with the whites. No, let us stand together. And for that reason, more and more colored people became aware that the ANC is not the party who cares for them. We have to do something. We can't wait for the government to change our lives and our conditions. We have to work together with like-minded people like the Freedom Front, so that we can actually secure our own future. You refer to this burning down and ransacking of businesses in KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng. Now, those people thought they damaged other people's property and government property. They damaged their own property, their own assets, where they actually can buy things, go buy a bread. No, those things are not available anymore. And it inconvened them. Now, just on the other side, you got those people who was destructive. The Afrikaner on the other side, you know what they did under these circumstances where they were deprived from government jobs and all that stuff? They didn't go and sit in the corner and cry. and say, have sympathy for us and help us and ask, foreign countries give us money. No, you know what they did? They built university and they built technical colleges and they trained, despite that they have been discriminated against, they trained people of all races in those things. They are busy with upliftment. The other people is busy with destruction. No, I cannot be part of destruction. I want to be part to build and build South Africa, build our future for ourselves and make it a better place. We cannot wait for government. We have to take hands so that we as a Freedom Front can be, watch the space, watch the space. This election on the 1st of November is only the stepping stone for the Freedom Front. It's the first time that the Freedom Front go big with other races. We've got even Africans with us, people who feel that they are also being deprived and sidelined by the ANC. They want also be part of the Freedom Front to ensure better South Africa. It's not all black people who actually support the ANC and who think like the ANC, who wants to be destructive. No, they see that this white people with the Afrikaner, they've got sense, they can think, they can plan, they can develop. Look at their farms, the mega farms. They are busy with empowerment of people. And government is so stupid that they don't even include the Afrikaner into their government, into their government, so that we can become a better place. They keep them there aside and they mess on their own this side. You understand? Instead of that, take that, say for instance, from the 30 ministers, 5 were colored, 5 were white. You understand? Right? And all interest is being represented there in government. Then we pull this country forward. No, they push us away. And if they could send us and chase us into the sea, they will do so as well. But therefore, we stand together. We are saying we are South Africans. And we've got a legitimate right in South Africa to be here, to participate in the economy, to build this country, and no one is going to deprive us from that opportunity.